Ask. Rise. Let's go. Let's get another one on the board. Nice pitch. We've got to stay up here. We've got to stay up. Score. Back here. Okay, we know what we're going to see. All right, we haven't seen it. We have an idea of what she's going to do. Talk to each other. Make sure we shorten up if she wants to get ahead. If that's going to be her pattern, jump on the first one. And when we get down two, we got to try to stay off of this, but still battle. Let's go, come on.
It is such an awesome program, and coach is such an awesome coach. There really wasn't any other options for me.
Coach is a genius. You know, I mean, he has got coaching softball down to a T. I mean, it's amazing how even, you know, he'll put people in positions where they never even played in high school, and because of, you know, something he sees in them, or because of whatever, whether it's their bat or, you know, their speed.
He was someone that I could go to when I needed not only just to talk about softball, but, you know, studies or things that are going on in life. Like, he not only cares about you as a player, but as a person. And I can't imagine playing for anyone else besides Coach Wares.
Hey, we scored to 3, which should take some of the pressure off. But remember, and this is not just for this game, it's for the second game, which she's going to throw. It's for the Simpson game. We're going to see this kind of pitching. We just got to keep getting better against this level of pitching. Ball in play, good things will happen. Let's go.
And a long time ago, I got it right when I hired a young high school coach teaching in a summer program and got him to come part-time to our college in order to handle the women's program in softball. George, I believe, has made a significant contribution to the way softball is played. He was one of the early people who saw in softball an opportunity for aggressive, proactive play involving bunting, base running, and he saw a bunt as not a sacrifice, but as an attack. And I can remember distinctly how many times I groaned when he tried to stretch a runner on second base home on a bunt. But in the final analysis, he knew what he was doing and actually influenced the way the game has been played by a number of other coaches.
Okay, you got nobody. One down, squeeze. That's all.
In the many years I worked with George Wares, I noticed two things that I think are very important in his success. First, George has a wonderful skill of motivating his athletes. And secondly, George was one of the first, particularly male coaches I noticed, who was willing to push women to develop their talents beyond what they thought they had. This has been very helpful to him in holding and attracting athletes.
One only has to watch a game that George is coaching to see the intensity and passion that he brings to the game, and the passion and fun that his players reflect at playing the game for him. And Central College teams exemplify this passion and aggressiveness and fun in the game, and delight and excellence.
One of the things that I'll always remember is that you always treated me and the athletes from Luther with great respect, and I really appreciated that. We thought maybe your softball running rule was something like, run if you think you can make it, and even when you don't. And you just had great success with that. In fact, your record in the Iowa Conference with the softball teams from Central has just been phenomenal. Your record in NC2A postseason play, also really remarkable.
But he did things in the game of softball that other coaches have never aspired to. Today, his brand of softball is played by many teams. The extra base, tagging up on short fly balls, firing the ball from the pitching rubber to hold runners on. George, you're a breath of fresh air to the sport. I congratulate you once again, and I would love to get on the field and tactically defeat you one more time if I got lucky.
You got a couple kids that haven't done much all season. You put one on already, you're threatening to put another. You've got the two kids that can hit it out coming on deck. Doesn't make much sense, does it? Okay, let's challenge her. If she hits it, she hits it, but don't put her on.
It is hard for me to put into words your impact on so many people. You taught me to become a better player by showing me that boundaries are limitless if you believe in yourself and your teammates unconditionally and completely. You taught me to respect the game because it is bigger than any one person or team. You showed me how much you can accomplish when you do it with people you truly care about. You were my first coach when I was 10 years old and my last coach. I hope that I can make half the impact on my players that you have made on me. Thank you for all that you have done for me as a coach, a mentor, and a friend.
One of the things that we were always told by Coach Wares is that we needed to live in the moment, that we needed to make whatever we were doing at that time the most important thing in our life. Whether it was learning how to put down a bunt, whether it was studying for your exam, whether it was a conversation with your friend, or whether it was time with your family. Because you never knew if you would ever get that opportunity to do that again.
Hey Coach, remember that time I sold all my books back to the bookstore and dropped out of school? Or how about that time you pulled me out of the middle of the defensive inning because I wasn't paying attention? Or how about the time I made the future three-time All-American pitcher and wanted to quit the team? But enough about the good times. I'm here to congratulate you on being inducted to the Hall of Fame. You definitely deserve it. And I want to thank you for letting me be a part of Central Softball. I really do have so many great memories that are going to carry on with me the rest of my life. So congratulations, and let's go enjoy Vegas. And by the way, I was paying attention.
I was actually on the outside looking in for 2 years and was always pretty intrigued by the Central Softball program, but never really had a desire to pursue it until I had Coach Wares in class. And I thought to myself, so he's not as intimidating as everyone makes him out to be. And I watched him practices and decided, hey, I could do this. So I did it as a junior, and it's been without a doubt the best decision that I've made in my time at Central College. I don't think that the things that coaches accomplished at Central can be measured in wins or even national championships, but rather just in the caliber of women that he helps to develop in his time with us. I know I'm going to be a better person because of the time I've spent with Coach, and I know that any of my teammates would say the same thing. So congratulations, Coach. We're proud of you. And you are pretty intimidating still, so don't think that because I said that you need to like up it or anything. So.
Hi Coach, we just really want to say thanks for the time when you kicked everyone out of practice except for me and Beth, my sophomore year, her freshman year, and then proceeded to just wail ground balls at us. Just us. It was a cardio workout and way more intense than anything I'd ever experienced. So thanks for that character building experience. That's, one of the things that made playing for you what it was.
Or maybe it was one of the times I got kicked off the team, since it happened 3 times. Central number 1, and don't you forget it. 1, 2, 3. On the bases she will go. On the bases she will go. Get that done. Hit that ball.
For as long as we can remember, Central Softball has been a huge part of our lives. From traveling with you to all the away games, and probably annoying your players as we tagged along with them and hung out with them in the dugout.
Crying when you got kicked out of the games, and simply feeling honored to call Coach Wares our dad. It has and continues to be amazing each and every year.
But the one memory we will never forget is the year we had the privilege, both of us, to call you our coach.
Being an 8th grader, starting at first base, Kristen being a senior, starting at second, and you being there not only as our dad, but also as our coach, made that year very special for both of us.
There isn't anyone in the world that could accomplish what you have in the past 20-plus years as a coach.
But not only have you achieved so many things in your professional career, more importantly to Kristen and I, you've been one hell of a dad.
We could not be more proud to call you our father. We love you more than anything. Congratulations again, Dad.
This is when we could still drive the bus, which brings up many stories in itself. And you backed over some poor lady's mailbox, and it was, Sam, get out and go talk to her. And you took the bus to the game, and I had to go talk to this lady about how we're going to pay for her mailbox and why it happened, and et cetera, et cetera. And I guess in the end, the speak from the heart is true. And I think there's a lot of people across the country, and many of them in this room tonight, that realize you led from the heart, and you taught us to lead our lives from the heart, and we thank you for that.
The most important thing, though, about Coach Wares is he thinks beyond the game of softball. He uses softball as a teaching tool to change the lives of people. Whether it's a younger coach, whether it's the athletes that he works with, he is very passionate about developing people as the first and foremost goal of his coaching career, and hoping to develop them to be good people after their 4 years.
Be thinking squeeze here. So you're going to get a good jump and then put on the brakes. I'm going to yell go, ignore me. You're going to lay it down, beat it out. She's going to give you time. We should have them loaded, okay? You don't have to go after it if they want to pitch out. She's not coming, she's just bluffing it.
Got
Okay,
it.
so in the zone, show it a little bit late, put it down.
And bunt it to strike, right? Or
Yeah.
anything.
Well, yeah, you're bunting like you're trying to bunt for a base hit.
All right.
Get ahead. You know, regionals, nationals, it takes two, and we weren't ready. I mean, that's as bad as we've been defensively. Right wheels, lead off, right wheels. We've got to stay up here. We've got to stay up here. We've got to have quality at-bats. We've got to defend. Make sure we don't have any letdown. Forget about the senior stuff. Get your tears out of the way. Do it later. We got to come back now and play in 10 minutes. Pitch. Let's start playing the way we're capable. Let's go.
He created ways to work with young women to help them as persons, and he made contributions all along the line to this institution and to the game of softball and to the values of sport that I think are of great value and very properly awarded in this way.
In fact, George Wares has won 4 of the 11 national titles that Central College has been privileged to win. 4. That's just an amazing number, and yet he is a young man, and I know he and his women are on a quest for more.